Hey guys, Mulltiy here. Today I want to talk about DPS rankings, DPS tier list for ToGC or ToC, whatever you want to call it. That means Phase 3, or from Wrath of the Lich King. We have no release date so far. This is now the second weekend for the PTR, so I guess we have a release between 2 and 4 weeks for ToC, so not a lot of time left. And we can already talk about predictions for the next phase. For sure it will be only predictions because we don't have perfect data. Even if we have private server, even if we have numbers from the past, like 15 years ago, whenever it was actual, the game. But yeah, I have here 2 websites, Icy Wains and Warcraft Tavern. I have open. I have here the Warcraft logs from the last 2 weeks, and we have here a list. So let us go over it. First of all, I want to make clear that for me, not a lot of crazy things will change from the transitioning now into ToGC from Ulduar. We see some changes definitely, and I guess some class specs will profit of this and some maybe not so much. So let us go over it, what we see here. First of all, this is now how it is right now if we going through this here pretty accurate, and that means in my opinion we could put an arms warrior here into the D tier. This will guess not change. Let us go ahead here. We have oh, let me just maybe, can I not just go here one time back? Ah yeah, this is how the list looks. I already removed it, so it's not there. And then we have here a lot of other specs that are playable, but for sure Subrogue is not doing well. Subrogue will also not do that well in ToC for sure. We also have again Frost Mage again here very down. Let me see, they also have this here down. They even rank Arms Warrior higher. Why? I can believe it's maybe because of the AoE that is coming, but to be honest, I don't go with that. The difference here is so big that I cannot believe that it will here like 10% going up for Arms Warrior, but we will see. So Frost Mage, Subrogue as the next ones. I don't even consider Blood Decay because I don't see it as a DPS, I have to be honest. We have Marksman, Marksman is maybe already B tier, we will see in a second. Beastmaster Hunter also definitely not doing well. We have Retribution Paladin that is now kind of the leader of the C tier, but yeah. And then we had here Fury Warrior as well, and I think this is maybe how it's looking right now. B tier. Fury Warrior is already very clearly not together with those specs anymore, so let us put it into the last B tier, then balance through it. But you see here's a big gap here between the specs, and then we come with the Survival Hunter, Elemental, Shadow Priest, and then maybe we could already then start with the A tier. I think that would be fair, starting with the A tier. Then Enhancement, Frost Decay, Destruction Warlock, Arcane Mage, and Demo Warlock, and then maybe as the 2 leader of the A tier, Combat Rogue and Feral Druid now. And then we have our current S tier with Affliction Warlock, Combat SRO, and Unholy Decay. I have it here on boss damage. Why? Because I guess boss damage is for most people more interesting. We could also put it here on damage, then things changing a little bit. Affliction Warlock is then first place. Fire Mage and Unholy are kind of the same, but Assassination Rogue is a little bit falling down. So I don't like to rank it as first. I rank Unholy as first because it's here second, super tied to Affliction Warlock, and then on the other one is even the first spot right now because of the short boss timers, and so on and so on. So overall, this is how it looks at the moment. So yeah, this is our starting point from here. Now let us look what those people, and I don't know these people, it's just these, you know, two websites that a lot of people are looking. They have Sub-Rogue, Frost Mage and Beastmaster Hunter still into the C tier. That is, I'm pretty sure that is pretty accurate. I don't know why they rank Arms Warrior even higher. I definitely don't do that, but as you can see, they also don't have a D tier. So maybe we can make it back to this thing here. These specs are not for raiding at the moment. Marksman would be then maybe the best. They put Elemental Shaman down into the C tier, and I think that could be possible because of the first maybe longer boss fights, especially in the start from to the tier, and then we will see how this is transitioning. Frosty K B tier, I cannot imagine that because they are also not that bad and with AoE fights. I don't believe that. Destruction Warlock B tier, maybe kind of here, that is possible. Shadow Priest and then Archimage, Talisman Shaman, okay, Survival Hunter, Combat Rogue. Let us talk about the things that I really don't see that way. Fury Warrior A tier, no, definitely not. And they put it even on a high A tier. I think Fury Warrior will maybe stay here around. Maybe a little bit more in the middle of the B tier. That is something that I can definitely believe. Maybe Arcane Mage a little bit lower here into the A tier, maybe even start of B tier. Why? Longer fights as here possible. Let us accommodate it like in this way. Balance Druid B tier. Balance and Enhancement Shaman have Elemental Shaman have kind of the same problems. I definitely see Combat Rogue and Feral Druid going up. Why? Good tier sets, and they are benefiting a little bit from the more AoE fights or more AoE boss fights in ToGC. So that is definitely here could be possible. Let us look a little bit in the other list. Frost Mage, Sub-Rogue, yeah, BM Hunter down, Arms Warrior down, Destro Warlock that far down is a little bit out in my opinion. Enhancement Shaman also very down. Frosty K here even S tier. If you think about, they put it here into the B tier, and here is it even S tier. I also think I would rank it even higher, because kind of the same that I said about Combat Rogue and Feral Druid is also matching what I think about Frosty K. So that would be high A tier. Okay, Assassination Rogue. They put Assassination Rogue only down into the A tier. I don't see that. I see them maybe like this, especially more into transition of the mid. Let me say after like 5, 6, 7 weeks. What I'm not talking about is full bis. Why? Because full bis we have maybe 1 or 2 weeks before the next phase is starting. But I'm also not talking about exactly what we have right now, because that would make no sense, because nothing is changing at the let me say at day 1 of the raid. So this is what I'm talking about, is like 5, 6, 7 weeks into the raid here, where the people already have their T-set pieces, but not all the bis gear. Survival Hunter A tier. I I think they are fine where they are. I think they are fine where they are. I don't see also Paladin in A tier. Sorry. Sorry, definitely not. Definitely not. Where they have this one, they have it in B tier, low B tier. They have Affliction Warlock into the B tier, which I definitely don't see. Arcane Mage, Fury Warrior. Fury Warrior is definitely making a jump. The S tier gets for me more together. We can also argue maybe in that way that Arcane Mage is maybe already here into the A tier. It's always a little bit hard where exactly you make the step from B to A tier. Arcane Mage will definitely make a few steps over the time. Oh, we forgot completely Fire Mage. Fire Mage will be strong in ToGC. Yeah, I think it's not wrong to have them around here. It's a little bit hard to decide. I think I would take it like this. So we have a very big S tier, game is very good balance. We have a decent A tier. I'm not sure about Destruction Warlock, I never see them, I have to be honest. Where they rank it here, they rank it here into the B tier, also here just into the C tier. Yeah, I think that makes no sense. I think I would rank them here, together with Balance and Elemental Shaman, pretty close together. And this here is the very strong B tier. I can even imagine that Survival Hunter or Fury Warrior make a step into the low A tier. I could believe that, yeah. Shadow Priests have one problem, and that one problem is that Fire Mages and Affliction Warlocks are so much better that they get all the gear. And I don't know how is it in your raid guild. I'm in a raid guild that clears the content usually at the first week till the end of the content. But I can tell you that some of the trinkets, and I think I can remember especially the caster trinket that drops on, is it general or is it, I don't know. There are one or two very good caster trinkets, and I know that one of them is only dropped twice. And I know the Comet's Trail, for example, on Algolon dropped never for us in 18 or 19 raid weeks, what we are now in. So you can never count with those things, and I guess that's the Shadow Priest problem, that you have usually 2 or 3 Affliction Warlocks, maybe you have like 2 or 3 Fire Mages, and maybe an Arcane Mage, and these people, because they play maybe the better spec, they get more easy the gear that you need. Enhancement Shaman, they have it low B tier, they have it A tier. I think I would let it into the A tier. What is with Demo Warlock? A tier. Yeah, it's hard, but I really think this is... I'm happy with that list. We have here 4 specs that I would not recommend to play in the raid. If you want to play it, you can do it. I think Arms Warrior is making a small step, because usually there would be a E tier now for Arms Warrior, but I think in this will be more tight with the other ones. Retribution Paladin, you know, the benefit they have with the buffs. They could respec for Holy or Tank on some certain fights if it's necessary. Marksman Hunter is not that bad, but I cannot recommend it. They benefit usually a little bit from shorter fights. They are not that strong, but anyways, Boomkin gives the hit if you don't have a Shadow Priest. If not, you have the Shadow Priest. Elemental Shaman, yeah, short team fights. Destro Warlock, I think I never saw one, to be honest, so thanks God it's completely neutral here into the B tier. Survival Hunter could be coming ahead here. Fury Warrior the same. I have here good feelings about for them, but also not too good feelings, so don't get me wrong. Definitely not number 5 or 6 what is here, and definitely also not what it's here number 6, 7. No, that is not happening. A Fury Warrior will not do better than an Assassination Rogue. That will not happen. Feral Druid Combat Rogue make a step, I think, into the S tier. We have a very wide S tier. Maybe there will be, maybe we could later on put an S plus, or we could everything put one step back. I have good feelings about all those 6 specs here that you see. Frosty K very strong. Arcane Mage can get even better than over time, and the boss fight's getting shorter again. Demo Warlock, you always need minimum 1, very good. DPS, no doubt that you want to have one of those in the raid. Overall, I want to make clear, game is very good balanced. Usually these are the specs that you stack. That means you have from those people you can have 2 or 3. Some of them bring even more benefit with them because you have more options, like Feral Druid could also tank on some fights. Maybe I don't know, maybe if Unholy DK has a Blood DK spec, if it would be needed, I guess no, but just as an example, stuff like this. So yeah, that's it. Enhancement Shaman here still is all over rough. Seems like it's an A tier spec, a very good one, to be honest. So yeah, overall that's it. SAB, easy peasy playable. C tier, I don't recommend it, but bring the player, not the class, and the D tier specs. Why you need to play Beastmaster Hunter when you have 2 better Hunter specs? Why you need to play Frost if you have 2 better Frost specs? Same with Sub-Rogue, and even the Arms Warrior now has with Fury Warrior very decent DPS spec. That's it for the guys for this video. A little bit longer than usually on my tier list, but we get a new tier, and I think that's something very interesting for everybody. See you. Bye bye.